Ready, get set, because it's time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
And boom, we are live. How's everyone doing? Welcome to It's 420 Somewhere podcast, guys. I'm your host, Brian Brown, and what this is Paranormal Tuesday. Woo! What this is, guys, you've stumbled on the hottest, the craziest, the firest, the best 420 countdown show going out there, guys. We count down daily, Monday through Friday. At 4:10, guys, we go live and we count down every day, all day, to the best time of all time, 420. That's right, guys. Oh, man, it's exciting. I love it, guys. We get into a whole mess of trouble in the meantime as well, guys. I'm talking Movie Monday, Paranormal Tuesday like today, guys. We talk weed on Weed Wednesday. We talk weed every day, let's be honest. We got Weed Wednesday, guys. We do True Crime Thursday, and then we do Baked and Unboxed on Friday, guys. And that's the show where we get stoned together and we unbox some of the coolest stuff around, guys. We do a strain review, and then we give some shit away. I got a crazy box to get into with you guys today, on Friday, guys. Check this out. I got an Amazon return pallet box, guys. We got freaking curling irons. We got choppers. We got cases for phones. We got a whole mess of stuff that I had to get in on the hype, guys. I had to see if these boxes were worth it. So we're going to get into that on Friday. Trouble, make it a double. How's everyone doing out there? We got a bunch of people up in the house. Big shout outs to the crew. We got Rosie Key. Hey, how you doing? We got Fight for Freedom. Chantel, how you doing? How you guys doing? I want to reach out to Russ. When is his birthday? I want to get down there and join you guys. I'm going to have to hit him up on Facebook. I'm excited. I want to check this place out too and celebrate the man's birthday as well. So count me in. Hopefully I didn't miss it. I've had doctor's appointments all week. I think I still had like 5 days a couple of days ago. So I think we're okay. Hey, how's the broken brain of Eric doing today? Oh, man, we got Rosie Key in the house. We got Chris Zucchini in the house. Oh, man, where's Lonnie at today? Oh, we got a great show, man. We got a great show for you guys. We are talking the Count of Saint Germain. I don't know if you guys have heard of this story. This gentleman, this is a true. Finally got my testosterone re-prescribed just today. Thank God. Nice. His birthday is Thursday. I want to try to take him Friday since we be broke till then. I hear you. Let me know what the final word is. If you're going to do like some surprise, I will definitely come up either Thursday or Friday and do a smoke out and hang out with you guys, celebrate the man's birthday. So let me know what the word is. Congratulations, Chris. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Nice. I love this going up. So the the Count of Saint Germain, guys. There's a lot of theories around this gentleman. It's definitely a guy who lived in. It goes back as far as Jesus, if you really want to go to the deep conspiracies. This is a man who just seemed to be around all the time. They say time traveler, maybe immortal. Definitely hung out with kings and queens. Marie Antoinette. He's all throughout history, and it's kind of crazy. What the heck? Why don't you drive out here and smoke? Just a little bit of a drive, just a little. But yeah, he's all throughout history, guys. It goes some conspiracies, some paranormal people think he was the cursed, the wandering Jew is the name, as the cursed man who watched Jesus get crucified. And he was touched, and he ended up with the curse of immortality to live with what he saw for the rest of his life. And and there's rumors of him being behind the Declaration of Independence, whole bunch of different stuff. We're going to get into the deep dive. It's a really interesting story. I think you guys will enjoy it. We got a whole mess of trouble to get into today, guys. We got our girl Aurora Hayes is back, guys. She was on vacation last couple of weeks out traveling. You guys know how AI does it. But we got her back, and she's going to be covering the top 5 crazy conspiracies of about marijuana, guys. And then we got Madam Greenleaf coming back with your horoscopes for the week, guys. And then we're going to get into the Count of Saint Germain. We got a freaking strain review to get into. We got a whole mess of stuff to get into today, guys. I'm smoking on this RS11 again. I'm loving it, guys. This stuff is old school, skunky, good fucking, like you're sitting on the couch and you're like, damn, I'm high. Remember those days? Remember where it just comes out of nowhere and you're like, ooh, I can smell the skunk from here. Remember those days, guys? Check that out. That's what this weed is, man. RS11. I'm loving it. It's top shelf for a great price, guys. Get on down here. Only 1 day and 9 hours. You know what? I am planning a road trip this summer. I think we're gonna load up the car a little bit if I can talk someone else going with me. Drive. I would Tennessee, man, and that whole, not that you're in Tennessee, but I have for some reason I want to go to Pigeon Forge so bad. I don't know why. The Branson, Missouri of Tennessee. Just I've never been to that part of the country, Georgia, any of that place. My bowl is packed and I'm ready to go. Let's do it. The weed for today is only like twice as strong as the Mexican brick I got in the 90s. I'm telling you, man, you guys got to watch it. You got to watch some of these what is it potency is on this stuff, man. It will knock you on, make you see some shit. I'm telling you. And I even top it off with wax, guys. I throw wax on top of this and really get it. But whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying, whatever you're getting into, guys, I want you to blow up those comments. I want you to inhale the positivity, exhale that negativity, and let it flow, because it is 420.
How was your 420, Clarice?
How was your guys' 420? Gotta burn what remaining hair I have off my head. How's everyone doing? How was your 420? Blow up those comments. Let me know what you guys got into. Oh, man, that was a pretty good one, actually. That was a really good one. How is everyone doing out there? All right, guys, real quick, we got our girl Aurora Hayes is going to give you the top 5. Top 5. What are the top 5 conspiracy theories for weed, guys? The top 5 craziest conspiracy conspiracy theories for weed. Let's blow it up, guys. Let's get into it.
Picture this, Danksters. A batch of special brownies mysteriously vanishes from a locked room. The only suspects? A hungry dog and a ghost. Now imagine, if you will, a tantalizing tray of marijuana-infused brownies fresh out of the oven, left to cool in a room that was promptly locked. Hours later, the room is opened, but the brownies are nowhere to be found. The culprits? A Labrador with a notorious appetite and a rumored spectral squatter. The Labrador, known for his love of all things edible, is the prime suspect. But there's a twist. The house is rumored to be haunted. Could this ghost have developed a taste for cannabis-infused delicacies? As the investigation unfolds, we discover a pile of crumbs leading to our food-loving Labrador, fast asleep, with remnants of the missing brownies around his snout. The ghost? Just a figment of imagination, perhaps amplified by the effects of cannabis. This absurd story is just a taste of the wild world of marijuana-related tales. Brought to you by our sponsor, thedailydank.com, your home for all things cannabis, from education to entertainment. From the vanishing brownies to the world of weed conspiracies, the green herb has been at the center of some truly outlandish theories. So buckle up as we delve into the top 5 most bizarre marijuana conspiracies that have sparked curiosity, laughter, and maybe a little paranoia. First up, we have the theory that marijuana is an alien plant. Yes, you heard that right. Some people believe that the unique properties of cannabis, its resilience, and its myriad uses are too advanced to be of this world. They argue that the plant was brought to Earth by extraterrestrial visitors as a gift, or perhaps as a way to advance human civilization. Our next theory is a bit stormy. There are those who whisper that the government has the power to control the weather and uses this power to destroy cannabis crops. They believe that sudden storms, unseasonal frosts, and even droughts are not acts of nature, but intentional efforts to eradicate the green herb. Third on our list is the theory that marijuana is a tool to control the masses. Supporters of this conspiracy point to the calming, sedative effects of cannabis and argue that it's used to keep society docile and accepting of the status quo. Coming in at number 4, we have the claim that Big Pharma is suppressing marijuana research. Conspiracy theorists argue that pharmaceutical companies fear that the medicinal properties of cannabis could threaten their profits. So, they allegedly pull strings to prevent extensive research into the plant's potential benefits. Finally, we have the theory that cannabis can give Lonnie superhuman abilities. This is a favorite among comic book fans who believe that the herb can enhance your senses, give you extraordinary strength, or even allow you to see into the future. Those are some wild theories, aren't they? Remember, thedailydank.com is your go-to source for all things cannabis, be it education or entertainment. Those were some truly outlandish marijuana conspiracies. My, oh my, we've journeyed through a forest of the wildest canna conspiracy theories. From the mystery of the vanishing brownies to the enigma of the extraterrestrial hemp, we've seen it all. And who could forget the government's secret stoner squad or the cannabis mind control project? But let's not leave out the alleged marijuana time travel experiment. It's a fascinating world of tall tales and twisted truths. But remember, it's key to separate the smoke from the mirrors in the world of cannabis. Discerning fact from fiction is crucial, lest we get lost in the haze. So, whether it's a case of vanishing brownies or wild conspiracy theories, remember to keep it real and stay informed. For all things cannabis, turn to our sponsor, thedailydank.com. Until next time, this is Aurora Hayes signing off. Remember, just keep smoking dank.
Hey, what's up, guys? That was nice, man. I like that. Lonnie has superhuman powers. Don't fall into that trap. Lonnie and his superhuman powers. All right, guys, we're going to get into, I'm going to officially call it, what do I saw? We got the Asylum in the house. Whoop, whoop. How is it going, guys? Make sure you're checking out the Asylum. Check out the Mod Squad. Check out Back to Retro Review, man. They're big supporters of the show. We're big supporters. We're basically cousins. We're basically cousins, guys. On the porch, and I have some cookies. Animal, nice, man. Yeah, I'm loving this healing center weed, and I'm not just saying that because you can find them at 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, your #1 cannabis superstore. It's actually pretty fire, man. I wouldn't lead you guys down the wrong way. I smoke a lot of weed, and Scarface, you feeling anything? He's feeling it. Nice. I love that reference. Nice reference. All right, guys. So we're going to get into some conspiracies. If you like some conspiracies, jump over and subscribe to the Asylum, guys. They do a lot of that kind of stuff. What is it? Martinis and murder? Was that what it was? Man, go check that out. That's very, very cool happening stuff. Everything is fire these days compared to what it was 30 years ago. You know what? Real quick, we're going to get into Paranormal Tuesday. But when I was working at the dispensary, and I knew someone who worked in mental health as well, and I would hear a lot of stories on my end about like people vape pens. Vape pens were the big ones. People didn't the percentages, man. You're hitting like 98% on a vape pen, and you haven't smoked since the 80s. Woo! All of a sudden, you puff that thing 6, 7 times. You're seeing Abraham Lincoln run through the yard. You know what I mean? I would hear stories about the mental health facilities. People would go in and be like, "I tried some weed, now I'm tripping out," and they would, treat them and whatever. But yeah, man, watch your percentages, guys. This ain't old school. This is genetically enhanced. You guys are smoking the Spider Rico weed when we got the Dolph Lundgren, the freaking the Russian, from Rocky 4. You're going back to Rocky 1 before he even fought Apollo. That's the weed we're talking about. Now all of a sudden you got Ivan Drago freaking punching all genetically enhanced. Those are the difference, guys. Those are the difference. All right, guys, let's get into something I call Paranormal Tuesday. All right, guys, Paranormal Tuesday. It's gonna be a good one, guys. I'm excited about this one. I listened to this. It was on the Y Files. If you guys haven't been turned on to the Y Files yet, very, very cool channel. They're on YouTube. They got podcasts. They cover all conspiracy stuff, and I love the way he lays it out in a story format. And then at the end, he kind of throws the facts at you. Was this true? Well, it can't be proven, that type of stuff. So I first heard of this, the Count of Saint Germain, during one of their podcasts, and I got really intrigued because I've heard, like sprinkles throughout history of someone like this, and it really sparked something, especially since there are facts of his existence. So that's kind of crazy. Okay, the Count of Saint Germain, guys, an immortal acclimist. I probably said that wrong, but but yeah, let's check this out, guys. So the Count of Saint Germain, or in French culture, Count de Saint Germain, French pronunciation, was born in 1691 or 1712, February 1784. Supposedly he passed away. We don't know. Was an emperor, a European adventurer, and achieved prominence in Europe high society in the mid 18th century due to his interests and achievements in science, alchemy, philosophy, and the arts. Saint Germain used various names and titles, including Marcus de Montefrat, a whole bunch of like Count Wilden. Prince Ragas. While his real name is unknown and his birth and background are obscure, towards the end of his life, he claimed that he was the son of Prince Francis II of Transylvania. He is said to have made far-fetched claims, such as being 500 years old, leading Voltaire to dub him the Wonderman, and that he was a man who does not die and who knows everything. Prince Charles of Hasse Castle is recorded as having called him one of the greatest philosophers who ever lived. He associated himself with some of the top figures of the day, including Casanova, Marie Antoinette, and Mozart, guys. So he was in the mix, man. This guy was in the mix, and no one really knew a lot about him. he was an alchemist, right? Is that how you let me see that word again, make sure. Alchemy. So alchemist? Is that how you, so he dabbled in like some sciencey, he was kind of cutting edge, and people were fascinated by alchemist. Okay, we got that right. I was fascinated by him, and a man of education. Don't He's mysterious, don't really know where he's from. He's popping up everywhere. So he became pretty recognizable right off the bat. The count claimed to be the son of Francis II Rakasa, the Prince of Transylvania, who could possibly be unfounded, which could possibly be unfounded, which this would account for his wealth and fine education. The will of Francis II mentions his eldest son, Leopold George, who he believed to have died at the age of 4. The speculation that his identity was safeguarded as a protective measure against persecution of the Habsburg dynasty at the time of his arrival in Sinzwig in 1779. Saint Germain told Prince Charles, the other Prince Charles, not this one, that he was 88 years old. This would place his birth at 1691, when Francis was 15 years old. Saint Germain supposedly educated in Italy, the last of the medics. Glenn Gaston, his alleged mother's brother-in-law, he has believed to be a student of the University of Siena. Throughout his adult life, he deliberately spun a confusing web to conceal his actual name and origins, using different pseudonyms, and in different places like in Europe that he visited. He definitely, man, he got around, guys, and not just with the ladies. He got around, man. He traveled everywhere. Like, he's hanging out with Beethoven, he's hanging out with Mozart, he's hanging out with Marie Antoinette. I mean, the who's who of these people, and they all find him super interesting. In England, guys, this would be in the 1740s, according to David Hunter. Let's throw up some more graphics here. Old Saint Germain. According to David Hunter, the Count contributed some of the songs to La Ni Costa Nosa da Luja, an opera performed by the Haymarket Theatre in London on all but one of the Saturdays from February 9th to April 20th, 1745. Latter, in a letter of December of the same year, Horace Walpole mentions Count Saint Germain as being arrested in London on suspicion of espionage. This was during the Jacobite Rebellion of 1745, but was released without charge. So this is what they wrote. Check this out, guys. This is what they wrote in the log. The other day, they seized an odd man who goes by the name of Count Saint Germain. He has been here these 2 years, and will not tell who he is or whence he came, but professes 2 wonderful things. The first, that he does not go by his right name, and the second, that he never had any dealings with any women. Nay, nor with any succeedium. He sings and plays the violin wonderfully, composes, is mad and not very sensible. He is called an Italian, a Spaniard, a Pole, somebody that married into a great fortune in Mexico and ran away with her jewels, a priest, a fiddler, a vast gnomon, the Prince of Wales. Has had unsteadable curiosity about him, but in vain. However, nothing has been made out against him. He is released, and what convinces me that he is not a gentleman stays here and talks of his being taken up for a spy. That was big accusations back then, too. The Count gave 2 private musical performances in London in April and May, and one such occasion, Lady Jemina York described how she was very entertained by him, or at him, the whole time. So yeah, there's all sorts of, like, throughout history of this guy, guys. In France, he appeared in 1748 and 1749, and he was employed by Louis the Ninth. Louis the 19th for diplomatic missions. A meme and an English comedian known as M. Lord Gore, a mime, sorry guys, comedian, Meme Lord Gore, impersonated Saint Germain in Paris saloons. His story were wild than real counts. He had advised Jesus, for example, and hearsay got around. So man, he's popping up everywhere. He's popping up there. The Dutch Republic. There's rumors of his death. There's just so much. He definitely, man, if you look at all the songs he wrote, the violin solos, literature, biographies, man, this guy he's been around. And legend is just crazy. So let's get into some of the weirdness of Saint Germain. Well, first of all, a lot of people say he loved to be in the mix of the party. He loved the party. He loved to be, you're partying with Marie Antoinette, all the people. You got to be in the mix. But they never saw him eat or drink. He would often be walking around. Just got back from Lake Havasu, stopped at Farm Fresh Dispensary, Good Deals, old school way right in front of you. Nice. Can they do that still? I guess Arizona's different than California. No, that's awesome. I love that where they do that. That's freaking cool. So yeah, he's the life of the party. He's doing all these things, but no one's ever seen him eat or drink. The rumors, guys, he was an immortal. All this stuff pops up. I want to tell you guys about some of the odd encounters that people have claimed to have with Saint Germain. Now, these are people of notoriety at the time. So, I mean, you got to think. So, Annie Besant said that she met the Count in 1896. CW lead beater claimed, so good old CW lead beater, guys, claimed to have met him in Rome in 1926 and gave a physical description of him having brown eyes, olive-colored skin, and a pointed beard. According to lead beater, his presence impels men to make up scene. Lee Beater said that Saint Germain showed him a robe that had been previously owned by a Roman emperor, and that Saint Germain told him that one of the residents was a castle in Transylvania. One of his residents was a castle in Transylvania. According to Lead Beater, when performing magic rituals in his castle in Transylvania, Saint Germain wears a suit of golden chainmail, which once belonged to a Roman emperor. Over its throne, a magic cloak of tyrant purple. On its clasp, a seven-pointed star and a diamond. Sometimes he wears a glorious robe of violet. So this guy's almost saying he's Dracula. David Christopher Lewis, living spiritual teacher, claims that Saint Germain first came to him in person June 10th, 2004 in his home in Paradise Valley, Montana. And continued to come many times therefore. David Naranzi, living in the Czech, music composer, claims to have met Saint Germain in 2014. Dorothy Lennon, living author, has claimed to have several encounters with Saint Germain. Avoid his and a avowed disciple of his. Man, they just keep going on. I do want to. I think I've kind of skipped over who this guy really is. Let me pull up some of the theories and that kind of stuff real quick, guys. That way we do it justice. We want to do it justice, guys. We want to do it justice. All right. Let's see. Got the version of, there's a Netflix version of it. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Let's see. All right. So, shoot, this isn't the one I wanted. This is more about the documentary. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. Nobody knew where the Count of Saint Germain came from or where he was born. In fact, um, they didn't know anything really about him. He traveled a lot. Um, By all accounts, he was a celebrity. However, beyond his numerous claims, nobody really knew who he was. Was he immortal? Was he a magician? Was he a con? Did he come from a legendary place, as some bloggers and theorists claim? Whatever the truth may be, the Count of Saint Germain, also referred to the Count Saint Germain, we talked about, had many believing he was immortal, even if his claims defied logic. A man who knew everything. In truth, the slogan associated with Saint Germain was the only part of a larger one. The famous French writer and philosopher Valatar, was it Balatari, coined the term in its entirety, that this was an entire slogan dedicated to Saint Germain, a man who knows everything and who never dies. There was no indication that Valarti seemed to believe this. Valartin was known for his satire writing and possible mocked rather than honored him. He showed his talents playing the violin. We talked about, man, he really could hammer out that violin. If you look at his records of the music he wrote, it's very, very deep. Even the man that dubbed as the man that never dies has a beginning. Has a beginning. Speculation that the man known as Saint Germain was born in 1710. Actually, where he was born is an educated guess. Even his identity as a count of a royal court is sketchy. Many scholars who had studied the man believe that he may have come from the kingdom of Transylvania. I think that's the more likely one. In some of the most outlandish theories to date, believed that the year 1710 was merely the first time he appeared in Europe, that he was much older and he was at least known as a survivor from Atlantis. The last survivor from Atlantis. However, as of this writing, no verification of his birth date exists. 1710, guys, is not the most important year of the legend of Saint Germain. The distinction goes to 1743, the first documented evidence of the immortal Count's existence. The year he emerged in London. 2 years later, records of another public appearance emerged in Scotland. He did a lot of traveling back then. The documentation, however, had little to do with his supposed talents. The records indicated accusations of arrest for being a spy. That's like you said. They couldn't get anything out of him. He did nothing wrong. He was educated. He said all the right things, but there just was something about him. Just something about him. So when Saint Germain goes to France after that, Saint Germain's whereabouts was unknown since his departure from jail, illustrating his talents to vanish without a trace. Though that would change in 1758 when he reemerged in France. No definitive reason was given for his sudden presence in the country. Still, he quickly attracted the royal family with his many talents. As a result, he became a regular at the palace. So he's just hanging out, man, hanging out with the queen, hanging out with Marie Antoinette, all of them, which is crazy to me that you just show up, man. But you're an educated man, a man of virtue. I guess you could talk your way into anything. His time in France made him a celebrity, and possibly the way he did this was by claiming he had a magic potion and was willing to give the recipe to the royal family. In the process, he showed off his many talents, which include musical abilities, jewelry making skills. Spoke a ton of different languages, which at that time was unheard of, and the mastery of the ancient art of alchemy. So he had a lot of stuff going for him. Many accounts claim he had had a way with the women too. Yeah. This particular notice became a regular on account claimed that his sexual reputation was so immense that Casanova, the man dubbed as the world's greatest lover, seized with jealousy upon hearing Saint Germain's name uttered in his presence. You know you're doing something right when you piss off Casanova. I ain't no Casanova. Remember that song? All right. Anyway, the magic elixir, guys, on the entire boast made and believed, one stood out. Of many of the boasts made, one stood out. Many elites within French and European society noticed his appearance. Seemingly, he remained unchanged by age. The royals and the elites of Europe describe Saint Germain as looking like 40, but possibly being over 100. The Count did little to dissuade people of this thinking. In fact, he used it for his own good. It was reported that he kept a vial of liquid. Many knew the Count. Many who knew the Count or what the Count wanted them to know about him. So he only let a little bit out. A lot of people believe that the liquid was an elixir that kept him alive and ageless. Once again, poor record keeping and the public's gullibility may have played in the Saint Germain's hand. It was never fully determined how people of the time determined he was actually 100 years old. Saint Germain gets in trouble again. His stay in the French royal court was possibly his finest years. He became wealthy and had undying support of King Louis and his mistress, Madame de Pompadour. However, the good times for the Count was short-lived. In 1760, the Duke of Choiseul, the minister of the state, accused Saint Germain of being a spy. Again, obviously, the Duke was no fan of the Count and was determined to bring him to justice. But King Louis gave him protection from the accusation. Still, the Duke was insistent and convinced the king to allow him to arrest Saint Germain. But the persistent Duke wouldn't get his man. As mentioned, Saint Germain, a man of many talents, had an important and a neat one. He was able to vanish. Saint Germain moves to another kingdom. Years went on, and Count Saint Germain hopped on various countries, showing off his talents and getting same enthusiastic treatment from the highest officials of the country. Eventually, he started garnering attention from occultists of the time. Rumors also abound that he became a leading figure in several occult movements of the time. Again, this was something that was never denied or confirmed. In 1776, Saint Germain reportedly resurfaced in Germany under an assumed name. He called himself Count Well Done. He was doing some dancing work. And to the stage, ladies, you got Count Well Done. Woo! That's right. Got to watch out for Count Well Done, guys. He befriended the elite such as King Frederick and Prince Karl of Hassel-Castle and Governor Schwinzling Holstein. His friendship with Prince Karl proved to be pivotal as the prince offered him a house where he could study herbal remedies, chemistry, and alchemy. A deathbed confession, guys. So this is in 1784. The Count, supposedly on his deathbed. The year was 1784, a fateful one. Something unexpected happened to the man that was believed to be immortal. Pneumonia had bested him, bedridden in his home, and with Prince Karl present, he made a confession. Saint Germain stated that his real name was Francis Razika II, a deposed Prince of Transylvania who spent much of his early years at Siena University, considered to be the best education anyone could have at the time. He claimed his graduation in several subjects, which accounted for his vast knowledge. Soon after his confession, Saint Germain succumbs to his illness, or so it was believed. So he passes on. The legend lives on, guys. Death, it appeared, wasn't the end of the legend of Saint Germain. In the years to come, rumors and spurious reports of his whereabouts would persist well into the 1800s. In addition, he became to attract the likes of 19th century Madame Blavatsky, 20th century C.W. Letter Beater. We talked about old Letter Beater, and two well-known theologians who claimed that Saint Germain communicated with them. In the 20th century, Saint Germain became a prophet of sorts. He referred to as an ascended angel. According to Elizabeth Hare Prophet, the leader of the Church Universal Triumphant in Pasadena, California, the Count was an immortal angel sent to warn the world of bad omens. Prophet went further to making him a cornerstone of her teaching, elevating him to godlike status. I don't know about all that. So some of the theories, guys, She had mentioned about him was he came from Atlantis. His real identity was the real identity of Christopher Columbus, advised George Washington during the Revolutionary War. She went on to state that Saint Germain's purpose on Earth was to warn leaders of future future events. How does she know this? She claimed to be in constant. She claims he had been in constant contact with her. So who exactly was Saint Germain, guys? A lot of different theories, a lot of different, ideas out there. People, when it comes to Saint Germain, the irony cannot be ignored. The one claim that this was the most validation came from a man who was not known for being honest about his past and stature. One can summarize that Saint Germain came from a royal family, was highly educated. However, one can ascertain that he was a successful con artist that managed to fool Europeans' most elite families. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Who is the girl who just recently lived the high life? Anna. Wasn't that her name? And she conned all the celebrities and stayed in hotels and did all that. It's crazy. It's crazy. I do get on. It's been a while, but also teaching sign language. Oh yeah, guys. She does some pretty good shows. You guys need to check it out. She has quite the story. Teresa Deller. Saint Germain. Yep. His name is the Count of Saint Germain. The Count of Saint Germain. He looks like the Olaf from Lemony Snicket. He does look like Olaf from Lemony Snicket. Oh, that's hilarious, guys. All right, we got real quick, guys. Who wants to stick around for their horoscopes? We got Madam Greenleaf in the house, guys, and she got you for the week of your horoscopes, guys. Take it away, Madam Greenleaf.
Imagine this. You're walking down a windy path when you come across a peculiar plant. It's a cannabis plant, but it's not just any cannabis plant. This one is glowing under the moonlight, shimmering with a peculiar aura. As you approach, it sways gently, as though it's beckoning you closer. And then, believe it or not, it begins to speak. The plant tells you about the cannabis horoscope, a curious blend of astrology and herbology. It explains how every strain of cannabis has a cosmic connection, how every puff you take could be influenced by the stars. It's a concept that's as intriguing as it is outlandish. Brought to you by thedailydank.com, your hub for everything cannabis. This is a tale that entwines the mystical with the botanical. And just like that, you're introduced to the world of the cannabis horoscope, a unique blend of astrology and herbology that offers a new perspective on your weekly fortune. Welcome to the Cannabis Horoscope, brought to you by thedailydank.com, your home for all things cannabis. From education to entertainment and a cannabis culture like no other, morning shows, podcasts, and everything you need and want in one spot. As we journey through the cosmos, let's explore the stars and the strains that await us this week. Starting with Aries, the Ram. The fiery spirit of Aries pairs perfectly with the uplifting effects of the sativa strain. This week, as Mars moves into your sign, your adventurous spirit will be ignited. Perhaps a new strain exploration is in order? Next, we have Taurus, the Bull, a grounded earth sign that finds comfort and relaxation in the indica strains. Venus, your ruling planet, is in a favorable position this week, so embrace the calm and indulge in some well-deserved relaxation. Gemini, the Twins, you're up next. With your dual nature and ever-changing mood, a balanced hybrid strain will suit you best. Mercury's influence this week might have you feeling restless, but a good hybrid will keep you centered. Cancer, the Crab, you're known for your emotional depth. A calming indica strain will help you navigate through the moon's intense pull this week. Leo, the Lion, your fiery personality is best complemented by an invigorating sativa. As the sun lights up your chart this week, you'll find your energy and creativity soaring. Virgo, the Virgin, you're all about precision and practicality. A CBD-rich strain will help you maintain your focus this week, especially as Mercury encourages attention to detail. Libra, the Scales, you strive for balance, and a hybrid strain will provide just that. With Venus in your sign this week, harmony is in your future. Scorpio, the Scorpion, you're deeply intuitive and passionate. A potent indica can help you delve into your introspective side this week. Sagittarius the Archer, your adventurous spirit calls for a sativa. Jupiter's position this week suggests new opportunities on the horizon. Capricorn the Goat, you're practical and disciplined. A CBD-rich strain will keep you grounded as Saturn asks for determination this week. Aquarius the Water Bearer, you're unconventional and eccentric. A hybrid strain will help you embrace your unique perspective this week. And finally, Pisces the Fish, your creative and dreamy nature goes hand in hand with a calming indica. As Neptune encourages imagination this week, let your creativity flow. So whether you're a fiery Aries or a grounded Taurus, the Cannabis Horoscope offers a new way to navigate your week, helping you align with the universe and your favorite strain. Well, there you have it, folks. The Cannabis Horoscope for the week of January 23rd to January 30th, 2024. A unique blend of astrology and herbology, offering a new perspective on your weekly fortune. To recap, we've gone through the cosmic forecast for each star sign, highlighting the interplay between your astrological leanings and the influence of various cannabis strains. Overall, remember that energizing sativa will be your friend this week. You should lean into a soothing indica for some much-needed grounding. A balanced hybrid might just be your ticket to a harmonious week. This has been brought to you by thedailydank.com, your one-stop shop for everything cannabis, from education to entertainment. A cannabis culture like no other, with morning shows, podcasts, and everything you need and want in one spot. Remember, whether you're new to the cannabis culture or an old-timer, the Cannabis Horoscope is here to offer a new perspective. So blaze up, tune in, and let the stars guide your journey. This is Madam Greenleaf from thedailydank.com signing off. Stay high and stay blessed.
And boom. Thank you, Madam Greenleaf. Hopefully that helps some people out there. I'm with you, John. I'm an old stubborn Taurus. It's kind of funny how, I don't know, psychologically speaking, if we just kind of inhabit what they're telling us we should fit. But, man, I fit Taurus down to the T, man. It's scary. It's so scary. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We went almost an hour to this afternoon. Nice, guys. Nice. A lot of content flowing out there. I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys at 7:10 a.m. in the morning. We got a great one for you in the morning, guys. We are looking at the top, the worst. We're going to kind of rate them. Happy Meal toys of all time. And not just Happy Meal. We're talking kids' meal toys of all times, guys. This morning we did breakfast sandwiches. The best and the worst breakfast sandwiches they have out there, guys. Croissant was for me. I'm telling you, the Burger King croissant sandwich is the way to go. What is it? McMuffin came in second for me. If you guys haven't watched it, go back and watch the show. It was a good one. It was a really good one. And then, tomorrow, guys, the worst and the best Happy Meal toys. There's a lot of them, a lot of weird. I remember getting some weird. Remember the glove? Remember the Ronald McDonald puppet glove? Like Kenny from Half Baked going to jail. See? Oh, I appreciate you guys, man. The comments just blow up. I love seeing the chat just roll. You guys rock, man. Supernova Mike, how you doing? How was your trip? Everything go good? Everything go great? Appreciate you guys. I will see you at 7:10. We're going to get into those weird Happy Meal toys, guys. So make sure you're joining us. Appreciate you. Nothing says waking up like Daily Dank in your cup. All right, guys, we will see you at 7:10 a.m. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you. What's for dinner? I'm coming over.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
And just like the Count of Saint Germain, we out of here.